You've seen it, but you've never truly heard it. But until now, the sound of a planet roaring. The fingerprint of an impossible power.
And to finally give a voice to the silent titans of history, put on your headphones!
1917, in Halifax, Canada. The largest man-made explosion before the atomic age. But what did it truly sound like at the moment of impact?
To answer that question, we need an entity beyond human capability.
A prophet of physics. An architect of sound.
Our AI begins the recreation process, analyzing terabytes of physical data.
It calculates every millisecond, starting from the source,
to the propagation of heat and pressure waves through the air.
And this is the result. The AI has rebuilt the sound. Listen carefully.
Short, brutal audio signature. The hallmark of a chemical explosion. Fast, powerful, but limited. But the power of man is still just a whisper.
When compared to the wrath of the planet itself.
1883. A pressure that had built for centuries was about to be released.
Once again, the AI is summoned. This time, it analyzes not chemistry, but geology.
Minor eruptions began, heralding the main event.
The magma chamber collapses. Cold seawater floods in, meeting 1,000-degree magma.
A protomagmatic explosion. A planetary-scale steam bomb.
The sound of displacement. Billions of tons of rock and water thrown. A sound officially recorded as the loudest in modern history.
It was heard from nearly 5,000 kilometers away.
A sound so loud, it circled the Earth 4 times. The fingerprint of geology. A deep, persistent, and powerful sound. One is the release of instantaneous energy. The other, the convulsion of an entire planet. But humanity, in its search for ultimate power, learned to imitate the stars.
The most powerful weapon ever detonated. A power intended not for war,
but as a statement. It must simulate a process that occurs millions of times faster than the blink of an eye. The time has come. Altitude, 10,500 meters.
Parachute gives the plane 188 seconds to escape the kill radius.
A 6,500 meter journey to the point of detonation.
Detonation.
Even at a distance of over 100 kilometers, it could feel the fury.
Its peak reached an altitude of 64 kilometers, near the edge of space. Its audio signature was far more complex.
Not just one explosion, but the sound of fission, fusion, and the ionization of the atmosphere.
3 events. 3 symphonies of destruction.
Each explosion tells a different story about energy. The story of chemical bonds being broken. The story of geological pressure being released.
And the story of the very nucleus of matter being torn apart.
We have heard the sounds of rock, of chemicals, of the atom. Events that create the heavy elements, the seeds of life itself. Perhaps one day, the AI will let us hear those sounds too. By listening to the echoes of the past, we better understand the forces that shape our world. Subscribe and continue to decode the forces that shape our reality. But the story isn't over. Let's take a deeper dive into the physics behind these sounds. The Halifax shockwave was a simple pressure wave, moving faster than the speed of sound. It creates a deafening bang, but its destructive power falls off sharply with distance.
Krakatoa was different. It created infrasound waves.
These waves can travel for thousands of kilometers with little energy loss. Tsar Bomba created a shockwave storm, combining pressure, thermal, and radiation waves.
This is why its sound was recreated with multiple layers, from a roar to a hiss.
Now, let's visualize the true scale of the energy. The energy of Halifax, equivalent to 12 trillion joules. Tsar Bomba, 50 megatons. An incredible man-made force, yet still dwarfed by nature. The difference in energy scale explains the difference in their audio signatures. Finally, let's consider the unique physical impacts. Halifax created a localized tsunami.
Krakatoa created mega tsunamis from the displacement of the seabed.
Tsar Bomba generated an electromagnetic pulse that could disable electronics. Krakatoa altered the global climate for years. Seismic waves from Tsar Bomba circled the Earth 3 times.
Each event, a unique physical legacy.
Technology allows us not just to look back at the past, but to listen and to understand it. Let us know in the comments.
The choice is yours.
Thanks for watching.